My father would say to me, how do you guys do it? You don't look at music, you don't look at each other, you don't talk, you get up and play? How do you do it? When you stand next to somebody and play with them, that's a universe that's completely secret. Only those who've been there know that. That's the beauty of the jazz.
In person, he's kind of relaxed, and then he gets up on stage and he's fiercely intense. Forget warming up. It's hot from the first number.
You definitely have to deal with his opinions. And he has this sense of integrity. He challenges you to be truthful in your attempt at making music.
During a Christmas vacation when I was 14 years old, I went to Birdland. I took my then girlfriend, the flute player, I was the clarinet player in the orchestra, on a date, and lo and behold, it was the John Coltrane Quintet, and there was a picture of Coltrane playing the soprano. And I knew the soprano was an odd instrument, one of the weird instruments nobody plays. I mean, basically, that changed my life.
He's from a pretty typical Jewish-American middle-class background in that it's expected that you will learn to play an instrument, but it's kind of hoped that you wouldn't decide to become a professional musician.
You're worried that your kid will not make a living and that you have to support them. And, of course, the little bit of the black mark that jazz had. I mean, you're playing till 3 in the morning. I mean, who's out at 2 in the morning? Not your mother.
To be an improviser, you draw as much from yourself as you possibly can. And Liebman is extraordinarily passionate.
I knew that for me, the only way I could improve was by playing. A lot. I found a loft downtown, West 19th Street, and I was able to live on basically $300 a month. And I decided I'm going to play. And if I set up a situation where everybody could come over all the time, I'll play all the time.
Different people every day. You were guaranteed a session. You just had to say 19th Street and everybody knew what you were talking about.
I just called everybody and said, you know, maybe we should put together our own little scene and put our own concerts on. In the end, this is for people. You know, it's not just for us.
Free Life Communications, kind of a smaller version of Jazz at Lincoln Center. Lieb organized the whole thing. He just didn't wait for the phone to ring.
Because he's a performer of such the highest order, he can dissect things in such a way to make it clear for his students.
The result of all this training is that when you play a melody, you're able to tell the story through sound. This is a tune. Let's say it's dry. But it's to give it some life. So on the saxophone, maybe it could be like this. I could play it 30 different times, 30 different ways, which was my father's comment. Seems like you're just playing what you want. Well, we are playing what we want, but it's based on years of developing a rapport with the instrument so that there's a direct line between hearing and the body and this piece of brass. Because in the end, what you hear from me when I play is who I am.
If you actually add up everything he's done in all these schools all over the United States and all over Europe, and all the people who've studied with him, he's really had a tremendous impact as an educator.
You say Duke Ellington, it's the same in any language. Doesn't matter. You say Miles Davis, it's the same in any language.
I think he's the epitome of a complete artist, musician, a performer, a composer, and a pedagogue. No separation in between.
Whether it's live in performance, you sitting in front of us at a club, or me with a kid across the table with a saxophone, our job is to, not to spread the music, because I really don't care about the music. It's the message of the music. It's what that music's about. There are other musics too, but this one happens to be particularly heavy.